Okay, today is April 2nd. We're going to check the hives again to see if maybe we need to add another deep box. This bucket is empty. This is the alpha hive we're checking.
I see all the ants you were talking about.
Yeah, there's a lot of ants there. We had ants. I was told to put a little cinnamon around the base, which I did, which seemed to have gotten rid of the ants on the hive. All right, so start on the outside, see what we got. They have drawn no foundation off this. There's no comb being drawn. This frame is a little bit heavy. They've started drawing on that side. And they're drawing on this side. There's a lot of nectar in this. Yep, there's a lot of nectar in that. So I'm gonna sit this out here. All right. All right, Bubba. You're where I need to be. All right, on this one, we have capped brood in the middle. Honey or nectar capped over on the top. I believe the queen, if I just noticed her, is right there in the corner.
There, yep, that's her. I see the green dot.
Yep, there's the queen. I see larva. A lot of different stages of larva on this. Flip it over, look on this side. A lot of good foundation drawn on this. I see larvae on this side. I see eggs. So let's put this back down in here.
She's moving around.
Yep, right in the middle. So we'll put this down and slide this over. Look at this next side, next frame. Move, buddy. This frame is heavy. That is a big frame of capped brood. That's a good frame of cap brood. Capped on both sides. That's a real good frame of cap brood. Another solid frame of cap brood. Both sides. Another good frame of cap brood. Both sides. Larva.
I was standing in the ants, so I had to move away a little bit.
This frame has a little bit of cap brood. But there's nectar, there's pollen, there's eggs. This side has a whole bunch of larvae. I see eggs, different stages of larvae. So that is 4 frames of brood capped. That one is not capped, but it's got a lot of brood on it. This one has nectar and a little bit of pollen. This one, they're drawing it out slowly. This one they're drawing out a little bit, and that one they haven't even started. So I'm going to take this frame and move it to the outside. It's just got nectar and pollen. Move it to the outside and see if I can help them draw these other 2 frames out. All right, I want to look on this side real quick, make sure the queen is not on this side. Okay, I don't see her on this side. There she is right there in the middle. So I'm going to put her down and push her against this rail. I'm going to put this frame that has not been drawn out yet in. Then I'm going to put this frame in. Nectar, pollen, and that hadn't been drawn out. See if we can get them to draw this out a little bit. So I'm looking at probably 3.5 to 4 frames of brood, nectar and pollen, 2 or 3 frames that are not drawn out yet. So we won't add another box yet. Make sure we push these back together. We'll add another bucket of food on here. Y'all get down. Set it down over there. Got a few ants on it. That's all right. If they get inside, the bees should take care of them.
Oh, your rack. That rack.
Second time I've done that. Thank you.
It was easy to forget. Now we look into Bravo Hive. This bucket is also empty. So they are drawing the sugar water down, or they're taking the sugar water down pretty good. Step over here into the sun where I can see what I'm doing. All right, same thing as before. We're going to start our way on the outside and work our way across. They have not started drawing that one out yet. They have not started drawing that one out yet. All right, this one is drawn out on one side. This one has nectar in it. A couple of spots with pollen.
Look at this one right here. It looks like this bee is trying to drag a dead drone out. Let's help him out a little bit. Look at him. He's dragging that dead drone right out. Another one side drone. I just looked at that one. Picked up the wrong frame. I was wondering why that looked just like the other one I just looked at. Look out. Look out. Okay, this one here has nectar. Lots of nectar. Okay, this one has larvae in it. Pollen, honey, larvae.
I don't see the queen yet.
A lot of larvae in that one, so we'll set that one back down.
This little bee's still trying to get this guy out.
That one's got cap brood. Good looking frame of cap brood. Another side of cap brood. Look at this one right here in the middle. There's a couple. See all the pollen that's on the back legs? You see the waggle dances?
Oh, there's several of them doing that.
There's one with bright yellow pollen. It was a little warmer yesterday, but the wind was blowing a lot yesterday. We had a wind advisory, so I decided not to inspect. Another solid frame of capped brood. This was a heavy frame. Capped honey at the top corners or sugar water. Capped brood on this side. Some capped brood. I see larvae. I need to be there. Thank you. This has nectar, pollen. We're starting to draw this side out. I see pollen in there. We're drawing this one out. You can see nectar, pollen in there. Okay, this one's not drawn out at all, so I'm going to reverse a couple of these frames to maybe stimulate them to draw these out a little better. So let's move this one on the outside. All right, I did not see the queen, so we're gonna go back through. I don't think I need to add boxes this week. I think I can wait till maybe next week to add them. This is a heavy frame. Remember the last video I showed you where there was a lot of bees around the queen? After watching a few more videos, and they called that the queen retinue. I call it entourage, her crew. There she is, right there. Right there. Everything I've been reading said that you normally wouldn't find her on a frame of capped brood. You'd normally find her on a frame of eggs where she was recently laying eggs. So let's keep an eye on her as we put this back in, and we'll close this back up. Look out, ladies. Okay, so we're going to swap a few frames on this side and put these undrawn combs closer in the middle to see if we can get them to draw these out. Okay, so both boxes had about 4 frames of capped brood. A couple of frames of nectar and pollen. So we will put it back together we will add another bucket of sugar water and give it another week. That's been the inspection this week. If you have any recommendations, anything I've done wrong, anything you think that would make these bees better off, please let me know. Thank you.